Hi, it's Nande again. Thank you again for watching night 2 of this film screening. Thank you to Lon for hosting on this night and for all of the orientation staff who have been helping. This final half of the film screening includes films from incoming freshmen, current sophomores, some experimental films, and lots of stuff from the class of 2020. So I hope you all enjoy.
This Kickback shows was organized by the one and only Nande Walters. She is wonderful for putting this all together for us. She organized the whole lineup, screened everything, and reached out to everyone to submit their films. And she was absolutely amazing to put this together for us. And this is our second night of doing this. And I'm so happy that all of you are joining us today. Unfortunately, Yessenia cannot be here with us tonight because she is also evacuating California because of a fire. So usually she'd co-host with me, but tonight you only have me, unfortunately. But with that, we have a really lovely lineup tonight, so we can start off with that. The first film we have is by Grace Conley. Her piece is titled, Are You Still Scared? She is an incoming freshman and a film major from Philadelphia, and she says she loves to craft. So this piece, Are You Still Scared, is a mixed media portrayal of how fears can change as you grow up. And she made this film in the beginning of quarantine as a way to say goodbye to the former chapter of her life.
Here's another song that I will never share. Dear me in the future, are you still scared? When I was younger, I was scared of monsters living in my ceiling. They would watch me and wonder, can they smell what I'm feeling?
Smells like a loser.
My mom would hold me tight and say they weren't real, but I could see the glowing red eyes and pointy devil ears. Ooh, are you still scared? Ooh, of something out there. Then I was scared of sharks because I watched Jaws way too young. What if he killed my family or came at me with a gun? Oh, quiet howl of a ghost rang true in my ears. Where do our souls go after all these years? Aliens abducting me and taking me to space.
You wanna play Uno?
Was I scared of them or not seeing your face? I've always been so scared of everything I knew, but then I friends, growing up and moving on. Forget where I came from, the chairs on my back lawn. I'm scared that I'm not special or good at what I do, that I'll fall in love with an asshole, 'cause I think I deserve it too. I'm scared I won't remember how I feel today, or everything that happened up till yesterday. I'm scared I'll never be enough, that I'll only be obsessed. But maybe I'm just nervous and I'm not quite my best. Ooh, are you still scared? Ooh, 'cause I'm scared too.
All right, that was very, very sweet, and I feel like that was the perfect opening to this because school is starting on Monday, and that was a big realization that I had literally today, and I was like, it is Saturday, and tomorrow is Sunday, and then after that is Monday. So next we have a film by Rohan. So he is a sophomore film major from New Delhi, India. And he said he's super passionate about fashion film and mixing those genres together sustainably and ethically. So with that, he said, I wish to get into grassroots politics and activism back home when I'm done with school. I also am an advocate for averting the climate crisis and better representation and platform sharing for BIPOC and LGBTQIA plus artists in the film fashion industries. So his piece is titled Use Me, and he made this film for Fiction One. And the prompt was to construct a film on our personal crises. So we can make it as abstract or emotional as possible and had to allow our audience to guess what the crisis was. His personal crisis was the sexual encounter that he had had. He's always confused by sex, by what I want and how sexual I am and who I want to have sex with. I often resorted to Tinder and that has led to horrible experiences. I wanted to make a film representing one of my sexual encounters, what went into it, my emotions, and my thought processes.
Just cannot. It's not that I'm not attracted to you. I'm super into you.
Fuck
I'm
this.
super turned on.
I
you.
don't
Just
believe you.
cannot. It's
told
not
you
that
said
I'm
you
not
wanted to
attracted
try
to
and
you.
I
I'm
came
super
all the
into
way.
you. I'm super
I'm-
turned
I'm
on.
sorry.
Said
I'm
you
so
wanted
sorry.
to try
I
and
Please
told
just
you
like
sex is
stay
the way
here.
to
We
me.
can
Fuck
cuddle
this.
and
I don't
sleep
know if I
off.
get
I'm
it,
so
though.
sorry. Please just like stay here. We can cuddle and
You
sleep
said you wanted
off.
to try and I came
and-
all the way. Fuck you.
Is it that
I'm
you're
out
a
of here.
virgin? I'm just gonna come in.
All right. Clap, 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 clap. Thank you for that. I feel like that was a very deep way to also open up tonight. So the next person we have, right? Very powerful. The next piece we have is by Kiernan, and he is also a sophomore. So this piece is titled Rent Boy, and he said he's very interested in fringe queer coming of age stories, and most of his work explores the psychological sensations of queer young adulthood. Being both Black and queer has inspired my ideas that thrive within experimental or fiction storytelling. I also have a strong passion for photography, and he is from Chicago. So Rent Boy is about a young man who walks the street at night for money. This project was made for his Fiction 1 class. Another wonderful film. Oh my goodness. It's kind of crazy to believe these are student produced and student made. Okay. So the next piece we have is by Max. Max is a film sophomore and he's from Russia, he said there's a bunch of other stuff, but he's not sure how in depth he should go with his introduction. So this piece is called Dear Citizens. It's about a young Soviet art student decides to burn his university down as a performance art piece. Intense.
Сейчас!
Слушаю. Пока жив. А вы? Через час? Да нет, ничего. Хорошо. Жду. И я тебя. Сейчас!
Здорово. Я уж думал, дверь выламывать, вдруг что случилось.
Здравствуй.
Че, может, пустишь?
Не могу.
Почему?
Леплю.
Че лепишь?
Да не знаю, ну что-то...
Художник уже нужен взгляд со стороны, да?
Ну вот ты знаешь, что такое рельеф на объеме?
Дим, давай сядем, ты расскажешь. Ну, оп.
Я не могу. Сейчас мама придет, а я в их квартире тут.
Дим, я тебе давно предлагал убраться.
Я сам.
У тебя тонкое душевное устройство, тебе нельзя наклоняться. Оно ведь и сломаться может.
А тебе случайно за кольцами не надо?
Не надо. Я тебе говорю, мы сейчас меньше, чем за полчаса закончим. Слыхал, что в манеже было?
Нет.
Там же эти твои друзья, как его? Анонисты?
Авангардист.
Авангардисты, точно.
Я их никого не знаю.
Как? Борю-то ты знаешь?
Нет, не знаю.
Так вот, он рассказывал, что Хрущев их там всех знатно прижал. Одному на картину плюнул, второго на лесоповал отправили, а третий неизвестный. Вообще чуть не убили. Я не понимаю, как он может быть неизвестным? Если там сам Хрущев был. Он еще кричал, в смысле, Хрущев сам. Вы художники или...
Неизвестный. Эрнст неизвестный.
Как?
Фамилия у него такая.
Ой, известный, неизвестный, какая разница их всех из Союза художников того? И известных, особенно известных. Сейчас говорят, художественное училище будет подчищать.
Не трогай!
Ай.
Ты что, алхимиком заделался?
Постанковый гомункулу задали.
А говоришь, здоровье, не пьешь. Вот тут 2 бутылки, ну.
Поставь на место. Ее нельзя пить. Она просроченная.
Как просроченная?
Ну я не пью, вот и просроченная.
Дим, я тебе как химик говорю.
Водка не может быть просроченной.
Как химик или как алкоголик?
Ой, ой, ой. Зачем тогда здесь стоит?
Для фэншуя.
Чего?
Она освещенная. Отгоняет домовых и бесов империализма.
Дима, на кой черт тебе здесь серная кислота?
У каждого мыслящего человека в доме есть.
Мыслящего о чем? Отравить гостей? Дим, у тебя тут 2 бутылки.
А во второй вообще-то водка. Как раз на этот случай. Ты мне здорово поможешь с уборкой.
Чем?
Убравшись отсюда.
Дим, я никуда не уйду. Я никуда не уйду до тех пор, пока ты мне не объяснишь, зачем тебе здесь кислота, зачем тебе здесь лаборатория и, пожалуйста, пожалуйста, без лабуды, Дим.
Хочешь без лабуды?
Без лабуды.
Я собираюсь устроить поджог.
Вау. Понятно. Понятно. Так, Дима! Дитя! Дима! Дитя! Дима, перестань, Дима!
Вот молодежь на комсомольском съезде ликует и безумная поет. А дальше что? А дальше съезд пройдет. А там уже и старость на подъезде, а там и смерть, и в окружении сил Бог спросит справедливо и сурово: где ж был ты, друг? А я на съезде был. На 19-м? На съезде комсомола? Ну-ну.
All right, so we are only going to watch that little snippet, but I feel like that was a lot. I want to watch the whole thing, but all the links will also be found on the website that Nande put together, so we can link that also in the chat. But that was really intense. Oh my goodness, and very well shot. So for the next one, we have a piece by Ryder. Is Ryder here? No. This piece is called City of Dreamers. So about Ryder, he's a film junior. He plays bass, thinks too much. He wants others to see the world from a new set of eyes. So this piece, City of Dreamers, is a short documentary that details certain events from random individuals who came to New York City hoping to achieve their dreams.
What inspired me to come to New York was one day I was drunk, me and my friend, and we sat down in the parking lot. We Googled best place for young people to live. And it was LA, but New York was way more affordable than LA was at the time. That was in 2009, 2010. And yeah, and then 3 weeks later, packed the U-Haul truck and I came here.
So I actually sort of didn't really plan to come to New York. But once I ended up here, I quickly figured out you had to have a plan of some kind of thing. I figured I'd do the retail thing, I would go to film school, because I was really interested in film at the time. And then I would, go from there. The sky's the limit. New York film students becomes New York filmmaker, goes on to, win awards, do TV shows, do movies, and it all flows from there.
So I would say I'm moving to New York, trying to achieve my dreams. I didn't really factor in how, I found it a little difficult to adjust to New York City, because there's just so much going on. It's a really expensive city as well. And then I think everything takes a little bit more time. And moving to New York, trying to achieve my dreams, I noticed there was a slow in that. It slowed the process down a bit.
I came here with a menu and $2,000 in my pocket, and I thought it'd be enough to rent a food truck. How naive. First thing I did the very first day was look up how much it costs to rent. It never occurred to me to actually do a research or a business plan before I came here. And I realized you need $40,000 down payment. You need to get a license. It's not very easy to do, so you got to rent it from someone who's a veteran somewhere. So yeah, there goes that pipe dream.
I've been in the city now for about 9-10 years, maybe. I don't regret it, even though there's been ups and downs all over the place. You know, I've had some of the best days of my life here, and I've had some of the worst days, days where I thought I might even, you know, kill myself. But the city is here to help you determine who you are, but it's not going to tell you. Like, you still have to figure that out for yourself. It just sharpens everything into focus.
I think I'm happy to be in New York City. That's like a lot you can achieve here, and really the resources are pretty unparalleled to anywhere else. So overall, I feel good, but then looking deeper into it, I think it is challenging, and I would like to figure out a way to speed it up, but I haven't really done that yet.
I still have the menus. I still have everything. I even completed a business plan for it. And by the time I was ready to do something and invest financially, you know, I had worked my way up in the hotel world. I was doing revenue management. I was more financially savvy, where a food truck just didn't make any sense anymore.
Where I am right now is not really where I thought I would end up. I guess I had the same vision and plan that most people have, besides the career, you know, get married, have kids, maybe move back to Jersey or upstate. But none of that really happened for me.
Yeah, I've come here. I had a dream. I may have not realized it, but I've realized enough where today, looking back on my life, I feel like it was a success.
I feel like that was in the end, it was very, very heartwarming. There is hope for us in the city. There is. Okay, so next we have a piece by Nicole. Hi, Nicole.
Yeah.
Do you want to introduce yourself and talk a little bit about your piece?
Yeah, sure. I'm a film video senior, and I'm an experimental and narrative filmmaker, and this piece, In Memoriam, is an experimental documentary about life in Poland under the communist rule. And I made it for Expanded Cinema, and all of the footage was from my uncle. He shot most of it, collected some of it, and I kind of turned it into this. So, yeah.
Great, amazing, thank you. I'm going to be streaming it now. Oh my goodness, thank you so much for that. I feel like that was really powerful, just seeing all those clips together like that. Oh my goodness. Okay, thank you. Also, if you do want to stick around to the end, we will be potentially doing a short Q&A depending on who is here and if anyone wants to ask questions. But thank you. Next we have a piece by Mia, who is a film senior. She is a multimedia artist and she likes to make experimental films. Lately, she's been creating fashion. So her piece is called Infini. Infini is an experimental short film made using human bodies to create patterns and images for the viewer. This is her junior thesis. That was so intense. Oh my goodness. I am blown away by this. I feel like tonight just keeps getting better and better and better. All right, let's see. What is next? So next we have a film by James. James is a senior. He says, I am a 23-year-old filmmaker from upstate New York. The piece that we'll be showing today is The World That Became. The World That Became is a film I made for a film competition. We had 2 weeks to write, shoot, and edit everything. The theme of the competition was to inspire the world after the events of 2020.
She's alive.
Morning, Gigi.
How's my baby?
Good.
Are you hungry?
Oh, yeah, I am.
Okay, you're just in time. So, did you get all your schoolwork done for the weekend?
Well, I did almost everything. I have an essay due next Tuesday for Miss Carter's class. It's about 2020, and I was wondering if I can ask you some questions about it.
Sure, sweetheart.
Okay. So, Miss Carter already told us a bunch of things about 2020, but I just wanted to know what it was like to live in 2020. I know you said some things here and there, but I just want to know everything.
Well, for starters, 2020 didn't start out the way anybody had hoped for, and I will never forget it. I was 22 years old at the time, and I was living in New York City. I had just graduated college the previous semester, and I was ready to just start my life in the new decade.
So what happened? What was America like when COVID-19 began?
Well, everyone was scared, sweetheart. Really scared. No one knew what was happening or what was going to happen. Once the virus spread across the world, every major city became a ghost town.
What was New York City like?
People panicked at first, emptied the grocery store. You couldn't even find toilet paper.
Oh my God, I knew people were wearing masks and stuff, but I didn't know the stores were empty like that.
Hospitals were overflowing. Our president, he didn't even understand the magnitude of the disaster, didn't even bother to try. He just politicized it. Then, for the first time in months, the news wasn't talking about the virus anymore. Do you know who George Floyd is?
Yes, I remember seeing his name in my history book.
8 minutes and 46 seconds, I'll never forget it. The news played his murder over and over.
What did he do?
He was a black man who had a counterfeit $20 bill. Can you believe that? And if the video had never got out, this case would have never been brought to light.
What?
For centuries, innocent black lives have been taken by the hands of hateful people, people who should have been protecting us. The police were the ones killing us. It was like the whole world burst out of the quarantine. There were huge protests everywhere, from big cities to tiny towns, all across the globe.
Weren't you afraid to get sick?
We all were, but to not show up was out of the question. The country was so divided, Taylor. You couldn't even say Black Lives Matter without angering people. But the fact of the matter is, if you have one group of anything being unfairly targeted, it's only logical to address that issue first. So now, billions of dollars that went to the military and the police and ICE funding now goes towards education. And then the bill for reparations for African Americans and Native Americans was passed. So now...
Oh my gosh, Gigi, look at the time. It's almost 9:30. Practice starts in like 10 minutes.
Okay, baby, but listen to me.
Never ever get complacent. There's always work that needs to be done, and never be afraid to raise your voice, especially to the older generations like us, especially if you see us messing up. I want you to have the courage to speak up and say something, okay? And I want you to remember that you are the caretakers of the future. You are our future, and you're precious to me.
Okay, Gigi. We gotta get to practice.
That was very powerful. I feel like that's like the reassurance that we all kind of needed and just wanted to feel. Thank you for that. So the next one is an animation by our very own Joanne. She is an orientation leader, and this is a little short animation by her. I am a junior 3D animation major. I am inspired by magical girls and women with big weapons. I think about food and sleeping a lot, which inspires a lot of my work as well. So this film, or this animation, is called Berry on Top. This was my studio film for sophomore year. It is a film about an ambitious strawberry who goes on a journey to get to the top. So a fun little short film. That was so sweet. Oh my goodness. Haha, sweet, get it? Because it's a berry on top of a cake. Haha, that was pretty good. Thank you, Joanne. Unfortunately, she can't make it tonight, but next we have a short film by Celic, who is another of our very own orientation staff. Yeah, there she is. Would you like to introduce yourself?
I'm a third-year architecture major, and this was just a project that we did. It was an addition to an existing building in Manhattan, the Japan Society, and it was a cinema. And yeah.
Thank you. Oh my goodness, that was crazy. Like, I know most of these are film and animations, but like this with the renderings of building stuff, this is a lot of what the design and architecture students do. And I feel like it's really great to see like the different perspectives of how, I mean, I don't know if you would consider it like, or if you said before it was more like a video rather than a film, but it looks like a really cool way to show your work rather than just showing like pictures or images of your models. But super cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next we have Grace Z. Let me read through this. Grace is a narrative, documentary, and experimental filmmaker, recent graduate of Pratt. She currently edits for 88 Rising and freelances as a producer for films and music videos. So this piece that we're playing is titled Mind by Mina. It's basically a music video for my very talented friend Mina. We shot this in February 2019 outside of class, but most of the crew is made up of Pratt students and alumni.
Staring you down, I don't wait for a clean cut out. Take you by the touch and push you off. Watch you drop. Watch you drop. Watch me drop. Push me up. Branding my skin, I don't. Seeing the fly. Feeling the sky fall. Hearing my breath high. I don't mind, I don't mind. I don't mind. Oh.
Oh my goodness, that was so intense. But that editing, wow, I am amazed. Oh my goodness. Okay, so next we have a piece by Ashley, and she says, "Hi, I'm a film major from a goat farm in Virginia. I have a pup named Cannoli and 2 cows named Agnes and Edith. Edith. I have a degree in Pratt in graphic design and illustration, and I'm currently working on a second degree in film. My works include exploring themes of mental health and trauma based on my own experiences and using my background as an illustrator to create metaphorical images that reflect those emotions." Oh my goodness. Oh, I forgot to mute myself. Oh no. All right. Thank you for that. That was very gorgeous. Okay, so next we have a piece by Angie. So she says, I am a recent Pratt graduate. I've created a variety of narrative short films, music videos, and experimental pieces at Pratt, and am now pursuing a career in video editing for both narrative filmmaking and other digital content, music videos, promos, etc. So this piece is called Submerged, and she says, after experiencing a series of foreboding nightmares, a young Russian girl discovers a metaphysical connection linked through water with her dead grandmother. Made for a junior fiction class final. Okay.
Если тебе приснится страшный сон, не пугайся, расскажи его в воде.
А как в воде рассказать?
О нет, вы тратите кучу денег на сковороды с антипригарным покрытием, и все они очень скоро приходят в негодность. Ведь лопатки
Бабуля,
царапают и
привет.
повреждают антипригарные покрытия.
Как ты меня напугала.
Представьте себе, сколько денег вы выбрасываете в месяц со сковородой. Пора с этим покончить. Сегодня мы представляем вам
Ты изменилась.
от Жени.
Да.
Это кухонная посуда, наша инновационная разработка, в которой используется антипригарное покрытие Fusion Ceramics, разработанное компанией Жени. Ни одна другая сковорода не обладает такой устойчивостью к царапинам и температурным воздействием. Просто протрите ее тряпкой и...
Почему ты не звонишь?
Много уроков, я занята.
Ну ладно.
Ну как дела, как здоровье?
Доктор сказал, что я должна пить больше воды.
Мне приснился сон, что тебе было плохо.
Ты знаешь, я не люблю жаловаться.
Алло. Что? Я не понимаю.
That was incredible, very amazing. Yessenia is here with us now. Hi, Yessenia. I hope you are safe and doing well. Calling you out right now. I know your internet is pretty poor. Hello.
Hi. I'm good. I'm safe.
So the next piece is by Valentina. Valentina is a Venezuelan-American filmmaker who emphasizes on expressionism and memory. Since graduating from Pratt Institute in the spring, her thesis film has screened at festivals, and she is pursuing a career in editing, sound mixing, or screenwriting. So this piece is called To Marry an Alien. Tensions rise when best friends rush into a green card marriage.
Hola, papi.
Lucio, do you ever look at old people and imagine us?
God, no. Can't see myself past 30.
I do. Us those little grandmas. It's cute.
I love you both too much. My bitches, my ladies of the night.
Ladies of the afternoon.
Ice cream time, yeah.
You're gonna buy ice cream in this weather?
Yeah.
How are you liking Korea?
Yeah, not in Korea, I'm racist.
I'm serious. We're in Korea. You don't remember?
I'm not stupid. It's
Yes.
not.
Yes, Busan.
Busan? No, I'm not ready yet. Not yet.
What did you do to him?
What's this? He wanted to feel a slap.
For play for the army.
Still mad.
She always makes everything about herself so selfish.
I think she just doesn't
Nobody
understand.
comes back the same, you know? I don't know what happens. There's no war. But they always change. My brother did. His acne was so bad. I know that sounds so stupid, but I don't even recognize him. He doesn't talk to me anymore. That'll be me. My teacher, enjoy myself right now.
Are you gonna be drunk always?
Uh-huh.
Is that me?
St. Lucia is being punished.
We could do it next week.
I need a wife that can cook.
Shut up, I'm serious. I've been to these weddings before. A Colombian friend became American. I was a fire girl.
My parents would disown me.
Then you get my parents. Marry me.
Let's do it before I change my mind.
Come on, we're gonna be late. What for? Jody, stop. Let's go.
Wow. Sandwich between two of my BFFs. One I'm marrying, the other one my bridesmaids. Wow. What a Tuesday.
we're gonna start without you.
Alright, so which one of you guys are Jewish?
Food. Silence kills me. I'm gonna put my hands on my eyes and wait to hear your voice. IBS? No, my stomach is fine. Maybe it'd be better if you got us real food for breakfast.
Hey!
Go away! Wait, how do you say husband in Korean?
Bravo.
Hey, I know what that means.
Yes! USA!
which one of you folks are Jewish?
All right, thank you for that. The next piece we have is by a student named Agustina. She says, I am a Pratt film and video graduate from Argentina and Miami. I focus on cinematography and work in the camera and grip and electric departments. So this piece that she's showing is her thesis film, and it's a hybrid documentary about Latinas. That was wonderful. Oh my goodness. I am so amazed by all of the work tonight. All right, next we have a piece by Anika. She says, I am a 22-year-old filmmaker from Houston, Texas, who graduated in May with a BFA in film and a minor in art history. And this piece is called What Goes On Inside a Cocoon, and it's a thesis film from her senior year. All right. Thank you for that. So now we have, this is the second to last one. Sorry for the clickbait. So this one is by Catherine. She says, I just graduated in May and I'm now based in New York City, currently working on my first feature script. So this piece is called Valley Girls. Maya and Jenny are best friends who end up crushing on the same guy, but when he asks Maya to prom, their friendship changes.
Prom. Have you asked anyone?
No.
Oh my goodness, my computer was lagging like hardcore, but I felt that. Not because it happened to me or anything. But anyways, moving on. Moving on to our final film of the evening, or night, I guess, is by Eileen. And she says, I'm a Korean American director of photography and director. My interest in various art forms aids me to use color and meticulous framing to push a narrative forward. So this piece is called Chimera, and it's a present-day moment in New York lead Ayun to reflect on her childhood in Seoul as she redefines her idea of home. Oh my goodness! I feel like everything today was just so amazing. So that's all of our films for tonight. Thank you all for tuning in here with us. If you have any questions for any of the artists here, please do drop them in the chat. Questions or comments or just anything you want to say in general before we wrap up tonight.
Well, I guess I just want to say I thought those were all like fantastic and really professionally made. It was also cool because I actually knew some of the seniors who made some of the stuff, but I'd never seen their work before, even though I was friends with them. And it was really good, and I'm glad that I did that. I guess just if any of the filmmakers are still here, before we go, is there anything about, I don't know, your process or the thought behind the film that you didn't mention in the introduction that you'd like to talk about?
I think I'm the only filmmaker here, but my process was a little different because I had the film like way ahead of time, but I never really looked at it because my uncle, he shot all of it on Super 8 in like the 70s, like the early 80s in Poland. So for my film, like I had all of the film stuff and I never looked at it. And then when we went online the last semester, I really had a chance to like go through it, and it was kind of emotional going through it for me because my uncle had passed away the previous year, and just like seeing that was like, it was very emotional for me. So it was a very personal, and it was different than what I was used to, but it was an interesting process.
That's fantastic, and I think it really shines through in the final product.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, I think just to bounce off of what Mustafa said, like we know a lot of the names of these people, but we don't ever get to see their work. And also just like being able to meet the artist and then also see what they're able to produce is just so really inspiring because these are the people who graduated like from our school within like the same generation as us. Like it's real. This is so amazing. Thank you all so much for joining us. I'm not sure, I don't think there's any first years here right now, but if they are watching the live stream, thank you so much for joining us. We hope that this was a great way to end your orientation week and that everybody has a wonderful fall semester, whether you're hybrid or online. Please do stay safe and healthy and well. And yeah, thank you for joining us. And I hope this next semester is wonderful. Thank you so much, Nande, for putting this all together for us. It's absolutely incredible, so amazing. And also thank you, Yessenia, for being the most amazing co-coordinator and co-host, and to all the staff and the filmmakers and just everyone. Thank you.
I love you, Lon. I love you.
you,
This is
Yessenia.
amazing. This warms my heart, honestly.
But this is such a great way to end the week. I feel like after this I'm ready. Like what Yajara said yesterday about this being everyone's work. We're getting ready to do it all over again. Like just that really resonated with me. I'm like, this is what we're doing. This is real. And it's just a fantastic way to start the semester.